if you feel this desperate need to be in a relationship or to be with a partner, and it is something which is always going on in your mind or at the back of your mind, and it just seems like there is something missing in your life, or where you are at in your life, you are just not happy being alone and you constantly feel this need to be with someone, then this video might be for you. Hello, hi, what's up, welcome or welcome back to the channel. And today's topic is why you might need love so desperately. And desperate is a word that might not be too good, because when someone is in that position, I know how it feels. I know what all is going on within you when you just need something so badly. But the side effect of that is you let it control you, or you might have unhealthy behavior or patterns that might be underneath that could not lead you towards a genuine connection. So the problem is there. Like, it's very natural to want a connection. We all are humans. We want to be connected. We want to be in partnerships. We want to be in groups, because that's how we are. And it's always good to have people around you, friends, family, especially a partner, because a partner is supposed to be someone who just knows you, who just gets you, the person you are so close to, and it is very natural to want that. But I think the problem becomes when you want it so much then that you are able, that you are just tolerating anything that comes your way, because you just feel like you can't be on your own. And I have thought about it a lot. I have thought about it, why do I need love in my life so much? Not want, but need. At this point it just feels like I just can't be on my own. I need someone, I need a partner. And after thinking about this for a very long period of time, here are some things that I came up with. So I just thought to share it with you. And it might be something that you struggle with you too, but if not, I just want you to ask yourself that whenever you imagine yourself in love, whenever you imagine yourself being in a partner, being in love, what do you imagine? What feeling are you imagining? Like, if you imagine a partner treating you a certain way, you have all these scenarios in your mind. Ask yourself, what is that feeling that you want to feel in that moment? What is that imagination giving you? What feeling is it giving you? Or what does love mean to you? Asking these questions to your own self might give you a lot of answers regarding why do you need love so desperately. So yes, let's get started, and here are some of the things that I found out after asking me all these questions. Number one for me is never been in a connection where I felt truly seen or heard, or never having those close connections in my life, or someone that I could say that this person truly gets me, or this person really understands me. And it has been always like this for me. Like, I have never had a friend whom I will consider that this person just gets me, or this person cares about me so much that they are willing to understand me. Or I have never had someone with whom I could like share everything in my life without filter, or just tell them what's going on in my mind. Or someone with whom I don't feel like am I being a burden on this person, like where I literally felt like this person really wants to be with me, and not even wants to be with me, but this person really cares about getting to know me. So if you don't have any of those connections in your life, it might be very natural to have those expectations in love, because I think having a partner and having a relationship is one of the most important things in the world, because it can eventually lead you towards building a family of your own. So this is considered as one of the closest connections. And I know having a partner is not a replacement or a substitute for other connections in your life like friends or family. It's not like that. But the thing is, when you have never experienced a close connection, the need for connection intensifies. And for me, that need was showing up in romantic relationships. Like, I wonder if it would have been different if I would have very close friends, or people with whom I feel like they know me. I don't have to pretend, or I don't have to have this mask. Or these are the people with whom I really feel not only wanted but also accepted. Then maybe it would have been a little bit different for me. This need for connection would have been like you have other sources to fulfill it too, because as humans it's a need. So yes, number one for me would be like feeling that this need for connection can only get fulfilled if I'm with a romantic partner, which is not true because you can also have friends and other people. But I think, yes, that was the only source that I was considering for a human connection. But it's like romantic relationships have this thing where this person can be the closest person to you because they can be with you most of the time, and having a partner can give you a sense of like the closest, one of the closest connections. Number two would be feeling that I'm not worthy or important if I don't have a partner, and this took me a really long time to figure out, and this was also the reason where I took rejection and getting hurt so personally, because whenever someone used to reject me or ghost me or not choose me or treat me badly, I would take it so personally that I would just feel like if this person is doing this, then I'm not worthy, then I'm not important enough. If someone is leaving me, I didn't consider that it's just their choice and there might be a lot of other factors. I just took it as I'm not important enough, I'm not worthy enough for someone to be willingly to be with me. And having a partner, kind of like in my mind still I could feel it as I'm telling you that if tomorrow we have a partner, okay, we just feel like this person chose us, they chose us in days where, like, people spend time with their families, or at the end of the day after work everyone is with their family. So not having anyone by my side felt like no one chose me and I'm not important enough. But if someone does that, it kind of heals this part of you, that if you ever have felt you are not important enough, or this might also come from childhood, because I still remember, if you have no friends in school, like if at some point in life someone has made you feel like they are not choosing you, and as children you don't have this ability to comprehend. Like I still remember going on picnics in school and no one wanted to sit beside me, or no one wanted to hang out with me, and that kind of gave me the sense of like feeling very like no one wants to be with me. So that is a wound there, so it kind of gets healed when you get a partner, because this person is now choosing to be with you. You just feel like you are important, that's it. So it took me a really long time to figure out that even if I am alone does not mean that no one chose me. It could also be like I want to be my own, or like it's very complex. Like your worth, like as I have said in one of the other videos too, your worth is not something which is dependent on anything, it should be just stable. So after realizing this, a lot of the work was done regarding desperately wanting to be loved, because I think one of the major factors was this, that feeling I'm worthy if someone chooses me. So that was kind of intellect. And number three would be that I wanted to be loved, which is so obvious. But if you ask yourself that do you just want to be loved or do you want to be in love, there's a difference between it, because like if you want a connection, that you also need to show up as a good partner, but sometimes you just want that feeling of being loved. So when I thought about it, like whenever, as I said, ask yourself what do you imagine when you imagine being in love. So in my head, when I figured that what all am I imagining to be with a partner, to be in a relationship, I was just chasing after that feeling of being loved, or being someone's priority, being someone that like is on their number one list and they would live everything for you, being someone who matters, being someone who is cared for. So underneath all of that was this feeling of wanting to be loved. And when I asked myself like am I even ready to be a good partner, then I kind of figured that there are a lot of things that I might also need to work on to show up as a good partner. But sometimes I guess love comes with a responsibility too, and not only the good moments. So you might feel that you want to be in a relationship, but just know that it also comes with a lot of responsibility. And sometimes maybe you're just running after that feeling of feeling loved, because again, it comes back to how you feel on your own, on what experiences you might have had in life. So for me, it was like, it was, I just wanted to feel like a pampered child. And like it sounds so funny, but in my head, like being loved, just I wanted to feel that way, I wanted to feel that I matter, and it was the way it was. So I just figured that this is a feeling that I'm chasing after. So number four would be feeling that love would solve all the problems in my life. And it is a way, like I don't know from where I picked up this idea, but I just thought that if I'm in a relationship I would be always happy. If I am in a relationship, there would be no struggles in life, or even if there would be struggles, it would be fine if I have a partner beside me, which can be true. But it just felt like I don't have the capacity to be on my own. Being on my own felt like too much, it felt too overwhelming. So I was also kind of looking at love as a way of like support, which is totally fine. But it is not fine when it becomes so codependent that you are just entirely relying on the other person, when you are not even able to show up for them, but you are also dependent on them too much. So it was not like I thought that once I get a partner, I would not do anything and I would just be there to receive the love. It was not like that. I knew that like I need to have my own identity too, but still there was this idea of having support, which felt very good, especially if you are someone who feels so overwhelmed on your own, especially if you have been through tough times and you just feel now tired of dealing through everything on your own. So I also saw love as a solution, or even also I saw it as like I would always be happy if I in a relationship, which is not the truth. Because relationships also have ups and downs, and it is not your partner's responsibility to make you happy. Like that's not realistic, because they are not responsible for your own emotional regulation. It's not their work to do. They can support you, they can of course make you feel good, treat you good, but it does not mean that they have to be with you 24 by 7. There are a lot of things that goes within that. So being in a relationship does not mean that it I just felt like it was like I was depending too much on this external factor to make me feel good, to make me feel like I can handle things when my partner is with me. Because also being on my own felt like I can't do them on my own, like I need this emotional support, which is fine because as humans you do need that. But when it gets too much, when it's just like you aren't even able to function, it gets to the degree of codependency, then it's not right. Because I was not also feeling good on my own, so I just thought if I'm in a relationship, this person, being with this person will always feel like I'm feeling good about myself. Like I was looking to feel good about myself through a partnership, which is not realistic, because that person will also have their bad days and stuff to deal with. You would have arguments, disagreements, and it is just not realistic to just chase that feeling of feeling good about your own self and making it responsibility of your partner. You need to do that work, because no one can do that for you 24/7. They have their own life, and it's also not their responsibility. Like I know a partner should treat you well, they should make you feel loved, but in the end it's too much for them if you give them this responsibility. Then number 5 would be not having a life on my own. I never thought what things I genuinely like to do, what hobbies I could have, to learn more about my own self, my childhood, my experiences. And I never thought to do that, never thought to find work which actually feels fulfilling, which I'm passionate about. My entire focus was always on love, because I thought that love can give me everything. Underneath all of that was like I thought once I find love, I would be happy. Like in my mind, love was the ultimate goal, because it was coming through an unmet need of not feeling good about my own self, and that was so much that I was not even able to focus on my work, etc. Because when you constantly feel like you are sad on your own due to the experiences, or just if in childhood you have always felt like lonely and people have made you feel like you are not enough, then you carry that feeling within you, and then it becomes so much that love is something which can be the solution of all of that, which is not the truth. Because in the end, no one can make you feel like that always. Like they can love you, but in the end you are the one who would be with you all the time. So having a life on my own, figuring out things that I actually like, understanding my own self better, also kind of shifted that focus and energy, and it helped. So yes, these were my reasons. And ask yourself, like, what does love look like to you? What do you imagine when you are in love? And do you just want love, or do you want to feel loved? So that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.